Tomorrow marks National Human Trafficking Awareness Day here in the United States. The purpose is to bring attention to an issue that has impacted communities across the country and has been described as modern-day slavery. While there is no official estimate of the total number of human trafficking victims in the U.S., the National Human Trafficking Hotline says more than 49,000 cases have been reported to the hotline in the last 10 years. Joining me now by Skype from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, is Dr. Brook Parker Bello. She is a victims' rights advocate and the author of several faith-based books on the subject of human trafficking. Brooke, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having us.
Well, we know that you are a survivor of sexual abuse and trafficking. How did your experience inspire you to become an advocate?
I think when I fell out of human trafficking, when I was rescued, I was such a young girl. By the time I got out, I was not the same straight-A student, athlete. And I ended up meeting actor John Voight, went to acting school, and I became a filmmaker and an actress. And in Hollywood, I had just obviously established a relationship with God, then therapy. I needed all these things to heal. And Hollywood is not necessarily a good place to tame rebellion when you haven't discovered your identity and you don't understand that you've been trafficked, as most victims don't. And so with all of the Me Too stories there, and all of the things that I was asked to do, they sort of had triggers in my heart and in my soul. And I knew at that point, I'm gonna have to leave this extraordinary dream, even though I thought that would save me, to do something different. And I made a promise to myself when I was 15 years old, and I was this young teen girl in a brothel being passed around the room, that if I ever got out of this, and if there is a God, and I ever got out of this, I would help girls and boys like me. And so I began to heal, and I started to do that right away.
That is wonderful. You're the founder of the organization More to Life. What services do you provide, and how many people have you helped so far?
More to Life, over the last 15 years, has assisted over 5,000 victims of human trafficking. We work with the Open Doors Outreach Network, and so most of the victims we work with, about 62%, are under the age of 17. We work with victims as young as 5 years old, not just in Florida, but around the world and around the country. The services we provide, whether it's tutoring, housing, therapy, mentoring, life plans, most of our graduates and the victims that come through our organization takes a good 3 to 7 years before they leave the program, because people forget the difficulty of human development and identity discovery after repeated rapes and violence.
Brooke, before we go, quickly, what steps should people take if they suspect that someone's being trafficked?
I think you have to call 1-888-37-37-888. You have to connect with an organization within your community and learn the red flags. We don't have enough time to go over them, but even if you go to polarisproject.org or the Department of Justice, State Department, Homeland Security, Blue Campaign, there's a bunch of online red flags. You can go to More to Life, MORETOO life.org. We send out a curriculum. As a Google Next Gen policy leader, I'm working on innovative technology that is virtual and machine learning to combat human trafficking, and we're excited about that. So look for some new tech innovations and just stay in the fight. Trafficking is not about race, creed, or color. It has its propensity to affect all children in all communities globally, and there's something everybody can do to end it.
Wonderful. Dr. Brook Parker Bello, thanks for joining us. Thank you for what you're doing and sharing your story.
Thank you, Tracy. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.